What is up, Raider Nation? I'm sorry if I was loud there, but what is up, Raider Nation? I'm back here with what I promised you guys in the draft special. I promised you guys we were going to be doing a draft special, and I promised you guys we were going to be doing it as a live stream, and you guys would be able to give me your guys' live reactions to my thoughts. But change of plans. Unfortunately, my computer decided to start bugging on me today. And it kept freezing and freezing and freezing, and I kept giving it chances, and so I started downloading this screen record software that I really trusted. It didn't work, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna forget about it. So I forgot about it, and so I ended up turning on my computer again, and I got my what's it called, my not props, but it's like what do you call them, like my files, my pictures that I made from my laptop yesterday. So I made these, and I really didn't want to remake them or go online just to do it, because I really was proud of my work, and I really just wanted to transfer my work here. And I know that this screen recorder should never fail as long as my iPad doesn't freeze. It doesn't freeze, so we shouldn't have a problem here. So anyways, Raider Nation, what's up? Welcome to my draft special. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy this. And I'm gonna give my opinions on who I think we're gonna take, who I think the Raiders should consider, and yeah, whatever. So, yeah. So, before I get into that, I want to bring up a story here, and I think it's really stupid actually. And the story is that the Raiders sent their scouts home, and everybody's freaking out because then they said that they don't know who to trust and that they don't want anything to get out. But it's like all these people are overreacting, and I don't understand it, because it's like, the scouts were already going to get fired after the draft process. They just kept them on because they didn't want to restart and have these new scouts know nothing about this year's class. Common sense, right? Not according to these people that are stupid. But anyway, yeah, common sense would say that, but obviously, you know how people are. You know, everybody's freaking out because, you know, the Raiders sent their scouts home. But I think it's stupid. That's why I'm not going to elaborate on it very much. But those scouts were bums, so I was already expecting it. But, you know, CBS Sports, they're going to be picking up on us about it. And they're acting like they're all shocked about it when we all know that was going to be in order. So, I don't know. Anyways, Raider Nation, so, yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm just going to start immediately with the picks. Okay, so with the fourth selection, the Raiders could go a plethora of ways. I know it's been said that the hot pick, like the pick that everybody thinks it's gonna be, is Quinnen Williams from Alabama. Now, Quinnen Williams is my favorite draft prospect. Like, I love Quinnen Williams. Like, I love his ability, his quick motor, and his ability to be so tough and just knock over two people, offensive linemen, at once. Like, he is so quick off the bend and off the hole. Like he's like an off the hole defensive tackle, if you will. Like, he is so quick. He's such a physical specimen. Like, I've never seen it before. Like he's a can't miss prospect of the draft. That being said, the Raiders are already stacked at defensive tackle, but I mean, I think the Raiders would be tempted to go with him, even though we already stacked that position. And if the Raiders were to go with him, I would not be mad at all. He's such a beast. But I'm going to think logically here, and I think the Raiders will select, I think with the fourth overall selection in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders will select Devin White, linebacker, LSU. I know that sounds dumb, as the Raiders finally got some teeth on their defense, and they signed Vontaze Burfict and Brandon Marshall for leadership reasons, and, you know, they got Nicholas Morrow and Marquand Lee, who's still really developing. I mean, let's be honest here. Marquand Lee, he's doing very good at his development trait, and he's only, 21 years old? So, but here's the thing, okay? As much as we love the skill set that Brandon Marshall brings, and as much as we love the hard, gritty-nosed football attitude, the born to be a Raider, Vontaze Burfict type of mentality, those guys were signed on one-year prove-it deals. Those guys are not going to be part of our future. Like, if anything, here's what I think. If anything, if you're gonna talk about those two linebackers, I think the only linebacker that's gonna stick with us until Vegas is probably gonna be Brandon Marshall. What I'm trying to get after here is that those two aren't franchise cornerstones. They aren't. So what I'm trying to get after here too is the fact that the Raiders need to take Devin White for our future. Devin White, he's really good. He's another really good player. He likes to fly around. He's really athletic. You know, he reads the tackles really well, has good vision, and a lot of other things. He's really strong. And he would be an immense upgrade to our linebacker core, which we've neglected for so long. Raider fans should rejoice if we select Devin White at any point. Well, any linebacker in the first or second round, really. But like I said, I think Devin White here, I like Devin White a bunch. So I got us selecting him here. Hope you guys like my graphics. I actually took time with it. So what I ended up doing is I ended up getting the picture of the commissioner. Obviously, as you guys can see, Roger Goodell. And then I ended up getting a picture of Cleo Mack holding up his jersey. Sad times, I know. And I ended up getting downloading a black line, like a black piece of line. And then I ended up scratching out Mack's name and then putting as you guys can see, where it says White. And then White's picture. So that way it looks like Devin White and Commissioner Goodell are holding the picture. Which is exactly why I didn't want to get rid of my hard work. Which is why I downloaded them here. Alright. So, next pick at 24, the Raiders could also go a plethora of ways. I'm thinking at this point, after we select Devin White, a franchise cornerstone, the linebacker who we've always been looking for. I made it. Oh, I almost unplugged my charger. As you guys can tell, I'm charging my iPad because I don't want it to die. I'm dedicated to doing this. Okay. So, listen, guys. Here, the Raiders could go a lot of ways. I know that they've said they want to take a tight end if the right scenario is available, which makes sense. You always want to take a tight end if the right scenario is available. And chances are very, very likely that Noah Fant's going to be here. I would love Noah Fant as much as the next guy. Him and T.J. Hawkinson were beasts. They're going to be really good tight ends in the NFL, no doubt. But it again goes with the quarterback talk. The tight end, in my opinion. I mean, I know Luke Wilson isn't all that, but he's at least a stopgap player that's decent. And, the Lions didn't know how to use him right, which is why everybody thinks he sucks. But really, when he was with the Seahawks, man, he was a stud. Anyway, the Raiders don't need a tight end. That should be the last of their priorities, all right? That should be the last of their priorities. So, yeah, I don't know. So here's who I think we're gonna draft. Hold on, guys, give me a minute. Okay, never mind. So let me say it professionally. With the 24th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders will select Clelin Ferrell, defensive end, Clemson. Now, this move is more for need. Like the Raiders, this is their top need. This is for need. Okay? Josh Amaro sucks. I've never heard of that dude in my life. Alright? Alex Barrett came from the AAF. He was a bum. Okay? And then, who else did we sign? I know we signed another guy. God, I can't even think of... Oh, Benson Mayowa. Benson Mayowa is better in leadership, so I got no disrespect towards him. But the Raiders would... Okay, first of all, Ferrell has been said to have a really just big draft slip, which I think is going to happen. Why? I mean, I know that Clelin Ferrell's talented. He's definitely going to go in the first round at some point. But with the resurgence of Montez Sweat, Josh Allen, Quinnen Williams, Jalen Ferguson, all those guys. Clelin Ferrell is gonna kind of be overlooked. He's gonna be forgotten, if that's what you want to say. So, I feel like he's gonna be forgotten, which is very, very possible, which will probably happen. So I think the Raiders will get a steal here if they end up with Cleveland Farrell. And I mean, I ain't got much to say on this besides the fact that we were to get our franchise defensive end. You know, he's no Khalil Mack. You can't replace Khalil Mack, unfortunately. You know, but you know, man, like Cleveland Farrell can get the job done, and that's what we need. We just need somebody who can get the job done at a high level at a young age. So the Raiders start here, and they finally get the position they need. Like I said, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy the fact that I ended up putting their names on the back of the Raiders jersey. That took me a lot of work. These graphics, believe me, took me a lot of work. Okay? So, now. This one is a consensus pick. So, at the 27th pick, the Raiders are kind of at the end of the line here, and they're just kind of, I don't know, walking the point here. And they're like, yeah, well, Josh Jacobs, you know, we like him. You know, he's got the good qualities for today's NFL running back. So here's what I think. With the 27th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Josh Jacobs, running back, Alabama. I mean, how could you not? The consensus pick here is even Josh Jacobs. How could you not draft Josh Jacobs? Okay, listen. Josh Jacobs is so good. Josh Jacobs is so good. I don't know how many times I have to get my point across. Okay? He's overlooked by many. But he's so good. He's so good. He really is, man. He's today's NFL running back. He fights for extra yards. He's got really good tendencies when running the ball. And I thought I was crazy. I thought I was on some kind of drug or something when I was saying this. And a lot of my friends, I told my friends the same exact thing. I told them, this kid's got Barry Sanders-like qualities. And they were like, whoa, slow down there. And, you know, I thought I was overhyping him just a little bit. And then I see a report. I see on NFL Network yesterday that not only am I saying that he has Barry Sanders-like qualities, but I'm also, not only have I said that he's got Barry Sanders-like qualities, but also, Ian Rappaport and Daniel Jeremiah have said the same exact thing. I mean, if you look at the kid, he's almost like Barry Sanders. He's a tough, gritty-nosed runner. He's very competitive. He fights for extra yards. He's got good tendencies when running the football. He's today's NFL complete running back. He's even as good as a wide receiver as the wide receiver even is. He's just perfect, and he'll fit in any system. You can't miss him at 27. You just can't. If he doesn't go in the 20s, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be really, really mad. Even if he slips at like the pick number 30, I'm gonna be mad because like this kid, man, this kid's something else. This kid's on another level. Not on top of all that, like I said, he's today's NFL complete running back, and he's muscular and big, just like Barry Sanders. He's got a Barry Sanders frame, and he loves to fight for yards. The Raiders haven't had that downhill fight for extra yards running back since Marshawn Lynch, because Marshawn Lynch is gone nowadays. But like, oh my God, him and Derek in our offense would be the perfect combo. I mean, come on. So that's what I think. And then I also made another one for the second round. So here we go. In the second, In the second round of the 2000, it should be going something like this, right? It should be with the 45th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin is a player who has shot up the draft boards immensely. He's a good player, most people would say that he's not quite yet ready for an NFL starting caliber cornerback role, which I agree, he's still got to develop some, but this kid is hyped a lot, and I can definitely see why. He's a fighter, man. He's a fighter. He jumps really high, and he gets the ball a lot when he gets his chances. And this kid is being talked to go in the first round, which I think is a really big possibility. I wouldn't overlook. Oh, I wouldn't overlook it either. Well, let me make sure we're doing good on. What are we doing here on time? Okay, I don't know if I should worry about the fact that only that much time showed. Anyway, so I mean, this kid, he's a good player, man. I like him a lot. He'd be our number 2 corner opposite Garen Conley. I think he's that good. I mean, and who doesn't want to have a player named Rock on the Raiders? Rock. Wait. We can call him. Ooh. Hold on. I gotta think of something. We can call him like. We can call him like something like. Somebody's gonna. Here's what I think. We can call him something like I don't know, something like I don't know, Rock. Your sins, Rock. I don't know, something like that. Who doesn't want to have a player by the name of Yasin Rock? I mean, come on, it all just fits. And then Sin for Vegas, Sin City. Okay. So, the rest of them I didn't make, but I'll let you guys know who I think we're gonna draft. Now, I didn't do a highlights video on Rock Yasin, so we're gonna go watch that. We're gonna go watch that. Shout out to Watch Raider. I was watching his video earlier. Give me a minute. Sorry, guys. Oh, hold on. Rock Yasin highlights. There you go. Oh, no. Okay. We're gonna watch his combine as well. So let's watch some of these highlights here.
While Laura was talking, you could hear the reaction. Nobody around here was sure Milton was going to start this game. There's Killens, who had the 36-yard his first year at the helm here this night's program. Milton will throw short, and the speed of Killens gets away.
I hope Mackenzie Milton has a nice recovery. I hope he goes back and plays football, man. It was a very devastating injury for him.
The 30, and out of bounds inside the 30, a big gain.
They're going to have to be careful with this.
Well, you have a good perspective on that.
Look, he's a quick rusher to the ball, man. He really is. Although I would like to see him make some picks more than tackles. There you go. Good breakup. You're saying. Get your hands involved. Good job. Look at that. Look at that break off. Look at the speed. And look at him put the hand right there. Boom. That's it. And then there you go.
This guy.
Years ago. Milton and the offense back on the field after a blocked
and
field
there's another
goal
quick tackle.
Was the end result of their first
I want to see some picks though, man.
Double D is like, I gotta have these.
He's on the right side of the field.
It's a huge hit as he throws, and the pass is caught, but
not the back shoulder throw. He's 6'3". He goes up and gets the ball.
And the
okay, so he's being thrown.
Perfectly delivered touchdown. Frederick Snelson. Attention to against this super tempo offense of UCF. Anderson gets the hand.
All right, we need to see some actual highlights of him. Like, I don't know. We're gonna watch this. Maybe this will be better. I don't know. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Whoa! They played on the Eagles field. Why was that? Sorry about the music, guys. Look at one-handed. He's small, but he's good. Me, I got Chanel swag. You know I be seed up. I pay cash for every car. Good go. Keep it real, that's why I'm flop. Look at me, I'm on the track. On the down, but I'm on top. Boom. Play with me, you gon' get. He gets his body involved, man. That's really good. Most corners just let their hands do the part, but he just lets his body get involved. It's really cool, man.
Can't resist us. Him trying to diss us. Really need to miss us. Probably with your bitch, bro. I bought her a Porsche off a piece of my endorsement. Richer than my classmate. She knows my kids taste. Now I'm on this cash race. I can't come in last place. I didn't finally win a G. The countless, I'm a taxpayer. So you know that mean I'm going hard to my last day. Still can get 1,000 pounds a week. The gas weight. I got 6 watches, I'm ahead of time. I'm going all out if it's about mine. I'm getting my shine on, I've been on my grind. Feel like I'm different, I'm one of a kind. Spray your Birkin bag, keep her apart.
He works really hard, man. He's a hard worker.
You should take it off.
I'm telling you, he would be a nice, solid number 2 corner in the NFL in a few years, man.
I'm taking charge. Just got off parole, make the Brody take the charge. Really doing that phantom with the sticks, yeah. All these blues niggas assin' in my crib, yeah. Make a move, we act you out, ain't
Look, his
going
leg get
tic-tac.
involved. He gets his whole body involved, man.
Tag on your toe for
He's like, he kind of reminds me of like a tape attachment. You know, like when you have to like staple your school assignments together. That's what I feel like him. He is. He's that staple type of corner. Like he just sticks himself onto the corner. He doesn't give the corner any other separation. So he just jumps on when it comes to the point where the ball's thrown.
Chit chat. The richest nigga in my city, that's a big fact. And
Boom.
we through them
Ooh.
little planes, we on a big jet.
Nice
My
squat.
dog still moving, I came and he ain't quit yet.
Ooh.
I had to tell him when he came, don't bring no bricks back. Feel like I'm the chosen one. World truck, I order one. I ain't mean to buy that bitch.
Alright, guys. So that's Rock Ya-Sin. Now, the Raiders don't have a third round pick. So here's what I think. Oh, here. This guy is a guy who Gruden loves. Gruden claims that he's going to be the next Julian Edelman. And he's got he's really got the intangibles too. You know, he reminds me of a Ryan Switzer. You know, he's got that shifty move, that shifty speed, the breakaway type of stuff. You guys may know who I'm talking about, but Gruden coached him in the Senior Bowl, and Gruden really likes this guy, and this is a Gruden grinder type of guy. And that is Andy Isabella. I think we pick him in the first round with pick number 106. Let's watch some of his highlights. Just to make sure we get a refresher on the, hold on. Alright, I was just making sure we got a refresher on the microphone here.
The time is now. On everything. Took my heart away from money. I ain't interested in fame. And I pray that never change.
I like this music back here.
Passion is priceless. It's something that's in your veins. And I put that on my name.
Columbus will throw again, and he'll look deep. And he's got Andy in
Boom! Look how quick he is. Look at the way he moves. He's got like that vertical movement in his body. Would work good in the vertical offense.
I grew up looking up the niggas that was selling coke. Oh, I was raised by the stop sign. No religion, I was getting saved by the Glock 9. By the minute I was getting back to Columbus.
Whoa! I thought he was throwing the ball. I was like, what? Boom! Flea flicker, Tom Brady style. You know, he'd be a good fit for the Patriots, man. He's one of those Belichick little guru type of hamster projects. I don't know. I would love him as a kick returner or one of the Raiders receivers, man. That'd be awesome. You missed me. I like Andy Isabella a lot. So does John Gruden. So as long as we connect, we can probably get him. If John Gruden likes somebody, that's a good sign.
Andrew Ford gonna figure out. He's gonna take a shot.
Boom, he's gone.
Got it. Take it to the Hollis's man for the third time today. Andy Isabella. Going outside to Isabella. Isabella gets one block, and Isabella is sprinting down the sideline.
Look how fast he moves, man. I'm telling you.
Looking to take a shot. He's going to throw the fade.
Boom. That's a fade? Look at how he caught that. Up to the side of his body. Boom. Ooh. Right there. Right where it needed to be. Good job, quarterback.
Maybe sitting in the bins. I saw mama praying as she waited on results. It was hot in the kitchen.
Ford scrambling on third down and 11. Finds Isabella for the first down. Isabella makes a move. Touchdown.
I kept on coming up short. Breaking so many laws. Waking up in the dark. Who cut my power off? It's time to move that power.
Look at that.
Not
These are like some Madden moves,
Got
man.
a man open. Isabella turns around and has it. And he is brought down inside the 20.
and I got that ever change.
Lost Coleman, the quarterback. He must step up and
By the way, guys, the reason why I didn't do highlight videos for Devin White, Josh Jacobs, and Cleveland Farrell is because I already did them for a Raider Nation Draft of 5 video. I'll make sure I stick those videos in the description for you guys to watch later. So I'm just doing the players that I haven't done yet. If that makes sense.
Just like that, a real quick 6 for Andy Isabella. Thomas pass has plenty of time as a man wide open.
Boom.
Touchdown, UMass.
They gon' love me for my ambition.
Ambition, huh?
Step up, heavy coverage, completes the pass. Down inside the 10. Loomis wants to take a deep shot here, and Isabella's waiting for him. Touchdown. Play action. Thomas throws. He's got his man. Who else? Andy Isabella has set a new single-game receiving record.
But every nigga who can read gotta get his issue. Subscribe niggas reside where all the lines and killers be. And I ain't
What a player, man. I really like this kid, man. He's a grid and grinder. I feel like Gridden's going to take him because he likes him. Alright, next up. Man, Gridden and his quarterbacks, man. He's got to take his quarterback or else it's not a real draft class for him, it feels like sometimes. So, I'm going to have him pissing off the Broncos. This is a player who the Broncos really coveted and really liked. They seem to like a bunch of these Northwestern quarterbacks. I mean, they did the same exact thing with Trevor Siemian a few years back, so it's crazy. But you know, I think the Broncos had him for like 3 visits. They really like him. Anyways, Gruden sees a quarterback in him, and he wants to take him, and that's what he does. Clayton Thorson.
And that's again a guy.
Okay, let me get some trap mix back here. I guess I don't know. He's got potential breakout star. He'd be good in the Denver system, but I have John Gruden pissing off the Broncos, because you know that's how John Gruden be sometimes, man. Woo! He's like a ghost. You don't know what he's gonna do. Hopefully he don't turn out like Connor Cook.
Tonight I'm gonna party with the people that put me. Play action. Thorson with time. Airing it for Carr for the end zone. Touchdown.
You had a receiver named Carr, huh?
And somebody was up for it.
There he goes on the wheel route. I mean on the option, the read option. And keeps it. Cuts back. Touchdown. That's nice. You don't see that from quarterbacks very often. I mean, they don't do the read option like that. They just go straight up.
That was a nice move.
Yep, good cuts, man. Good cuts.
Northwestern, second down on his first play of the second quarter.
Boom.
Thorson up on top, wants it all. Straight post pattern to Wilson.
Put whatever it needs to do.
He's up 20-3. Solomon Vault, the new tailback, quarterback, keeper. He's got the first down and more.
Boom.
Thorson off to the races. Touchdown, Clayton Thorson, 42 yards. How about that?
He's a scrambler quarterback, man.
They get the snap off. End zone.
Ooh, that was a good shotgun throw, man. The accuracy in that. Oh, yeah.
Austin Carr for the 10th time this season.
Boom. Doesn't Austin... No. Does Austin Carr play for the Saints now? I think he does, right?
Administration.
But I know the Saints have a player named... wide receiver named Carr on their team. He wears number 80. I think that's him. Look at this guy, man. I don't see him as a person for Gruden, but you know what? Gruden takes whatever he wants. Gruden does whatever he wants.
Thorson to the air, to the
Ooh,
end zone.
nice.
Touchdown Northwestern. Austin Carr, his second touchdown of the season for the former walk-on, 25-yard strike. And he has some of the best instincts, not only in the Big Ten, but in the country.
Ooh.
Going for the
He's got that shooter type of throw, man. He just shoots it up and let's go. Boom. He sits back in the pocket though for a long time. I will say that much. There it goes again. Ooh! Ooh! That was good. Last time I seen that happen, it was Marcus Mariota did that against the Chiefs like, a couple years back.
Jefferson into the end zone. Touchdown Northwestern.
Look at that. Woo. Like, how do these quarterbacks know they're going to end up grabbing it? You know, I don't know. I bet you would take some skill for that, man. You don't see that very often in today's NFL.
If you can get him in the middle.
Thorson stepping up. Gonna run with it. He's got the first down and another huge play by the quarterback with his legs. Inside the 15.
Yeah. All right, guys. You know, he's another good player that I would look for the Raiders to draft, maybe. All right. So I also forgot to mention, I think we're gonna draft Jalen Jelks, but as I just mentioned with the Josh Jacobs and Cleveland Farrell and Devin White deal, I also just like yesterday I just did Jalen Jelks highlight vid. So I'll make sure I go put that in the description as well. Anyway, so Raiders have 2 6-round picks. I think Clayton Thorson. No wait. Okay, this is the first of their 2 6-round picks. Oh wait. Oh well. Okay, so I think that we're gonna get Jalen Jelks in the 5th, and then 6th round. We have 2 6-round picks because we have our own, and then we have the one we acquired from Seattle in the Shalom Luwani trade. So I think we're gonna draft Clayton Thorson with one of those, and then for the second one. Let's see here. No, not that Keyshawn Johnson. I know you guys already know which one I'm talking about. Oh, it's this one, right? Yep. Okay, guys. So Keyshawn Johnson, wide receiver from Fresno State. Now, Fresno State is close to where I live. So, you know, I follow the Fresno State Bulldogs team a lot. Go Dogs! You know, go Dogs. I'll just put that out there, right? Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. They were actually the last 2 players drafted that are of relevance. You know, Fresno State, you know, Fresno area is not a really big area where a lot of stars get noticed. You kind of have to be like a country boy, almost like a I don't know. You got to be part of the agriculture scheme, I guess, if that's what you want to say around here. To be noticed, and you know, if you go to Fresno State, you probably still won't be noticed, but you know, Fresno State's a smaller school, point blank. Now, out of all the, you know, I watched Keyshawn Johnson extensively because of all this, and let me just say, he played in the Las Vegas Bowl against the, I think it was Arizona. No, it was against Arizona State. And Keyshawn Johnson can get it done, man. He's not gonna be a high round draft pick, but I feel like he'd be a great key returner in the NFL. He'd be a great slot receiver, you know, your 5th receiver option, one of those reserve guys, if you will. But I think out of all the players that come from Fresno State, there's only actually 3 of them that come from Fresno State this year. That's Keyshawn Johnson, and then they got a safety and a linebacker. I don't remember their names though, but he's the only one of relevance that I think will get drafted. So anyway, let me show you guys what's up here with Keyshawn Johnson. I watch him extensively because I'm from Fresno area, and you know, I pay attention to the team. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. Show you guys what I like as well. Fresno State is also where Derek Carr came from, guys. I know most Raider fans know that, but for the ones that don't, there you go.
Snap, McMarion corrals it.
Their quarterback, McMarion's going to be a beast here pretty soon, man. He's going to be like going in the 3rd round in the next few years.
Complete first down across the 50. Keyshawn Johnson Makes another grab, Cameron Kelly.
And steal possessions. And those are the two things that they haven't been able to do these last 2 weeks.
McMarion, deep
Boom.
shot. Johnson holds it in. Keyshawn Johnson over Cameron Kelly.
Big physical playmaking receiver.
Look how big he is. Look how physical he is over there, pushing Cameron Kelly off to the side, too.
It's Cameron Kelly running.
Boom! And then just puts his hands up. He doesn't let it sit. He goes up like the all-style catcher and just lets it go.
But a
Catches
little
it.
late push off, a very savvy move.
No. I will say this. He's got, like I said, like, you know, the guy who just was on the commentator just said, you know, he's got a good push-off. His push-off is really similar to what Michael Crabtree used to do. And that's not a knock. I think that's actually a good thing. But he's got to make sure he can time it out right, because in the NFL, that's not going to fly most of the time. But he's got good push-off skills, man. I kind of like that Michael Crabtree-esque push-off type of thing.
But Keyshawn Johnson gives him just the amount of separation he needs.
And 7 from the 10. McMarion back to throw. With time. Looking. Firing for the front right corner of the end zone. Leaping attempt. Is it
That's
caught or
McMarion
no?
for you.
Touchdown, Fresno State. There is a flag. It is Keyshawn Johnson. Go to red zone just outside the Nevada 15. A pitch to Hokett. He's going to throw the football wide open in the end zone.
Hokett is a tight end.
Touchdown, Fresno State. Keyshawn.
He jumps for it, man. He's really athletic, but he's really tiny. But he's got good qualities as a wide receiver. Like I said, he's going to be a primary specialist type of guy. But he could fit in some systems, you know. He can get some playing time in some systems. He's not for all systems, though.
Johnson from the gun on 1st and 10. Again, Nevada puts on the blitz. He takes a shot right sideline. Keyshawn
Boom.
Johnson catches it at the 5th.
See, I think that because he's on the shorter side, he has a hard time trying to catch up. So I think that's why he does his push off. But sometimes it works, man, and then sometimes he's got good ability to keep his feet in bounds. So
And carries a defender into the end zone.
They're not giving it to him unless it got out of bounds.
They're going to say he stepped out in.
who cares?
McMarion. Time.
Boom!
End zone touchdown.
Perfect.
Johnson. Opening drive and a touchdown of 70 yards. Quiet since. McMarion's throw is right on the numbers of Keyshawn Johnson. He took a hit. He was going to go somewhere other than Eastern Washington, but now he gets to coach him here. McMarion, play action.
Look at it! Look at Keyshawn Johnson just be on the other side. Mark, look at this. See, he's way ahead, and he's like an old reliable type of thing. Like, you know, I feel like he's gonna be fitting the mold of one of those just old reliable when you need him in clutch moments type of wide receivers.
And Johnson to the 10. Johnson dives. He scores. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Swings the ball over his shoulder and got it. Got it.
He's productive. He's explosive. That was not a smart decision by Keyshawn Johnson.
1st and 15 now.
Sometimes he has a tendency not to make smart decisions on the field, though. So I think that's one of his biggest knocks. But
For the Bulldogs.
you know, if he can get his mind right, he'll be good. It's just against these bigger wide receivers, I mean bigger corners. I just think he's not gonna be the best. If that's what you want to say.
McMarion has a receiver, completes it.
See, the thing is, Fresno State, they play against some really big schools like, you know, Fresno State, Houston, for instance, Ed Oliver. But the thing is, they play in the Mountain West Division, so that's why they're not really recognized. They're in the same division as, like, Boise State. And, I mean, Boise State's big player this year is Brett Ripon, but it's like, they're not that the big type of schools. Which is why these players really aren't recognized, which is why they're considered as late round gems.
Johnson, those two finally hook up, and it leads to a first down. Big 3rd down and 5 now for Fresno State.
Ooh, put him on his
McMarion
butt.
has time. Over the middle, completes. Keyshawn Johnson finally gets loose, and he carries it all the way into Houston territory, down to the 41.
So, I mean, yeah, like I said, he's got some good potential, but, you know, he's not going to be a top guy. But, hey. All right. And so, finally, with our 7th round pick, I have us taking Khalil Hudson. I've heard some good things about him. He's a safety. He's one of those late round guys, but I forget how. Is it hold on. Is it? I don't know. Is it Khake Hudson? Is it maybe? I don't know. Hudson. Oh, Khalid Hudson. There you go. They call him the Viper. He's one of those small safeties like Carl Joseph, but you guys will see for yourselves. I mean, and the interesting thing is too, the Wolverines, the Michigan Wolverines, their system, they produce like those hybrid safety / corners where like they can play multiple positions, and he can also play linebacker. So he's like one of those players that can just step all over the field and fill in wherever he needs to be. So sometimes in multiple systems that's helpful because of schemes. Like you see the Saints, they do that with Taysom Hill. They put him at tight end, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and I feel like that's the type of player Jalen Hurts is gonna end up being. But we'll see. Like I said, I feel like he's gonna be like a 5th to 7th round pick. But I think the Raiders can steal him in the 7th. We'll see though.
Snap off. They will. Here comes the blitz. Hayden Moore's got no chance. You never know where they're coming from.
Hold on a minute. I thought this was gonna be a good highlight tape. They have him listed as a linebacker, but he's really all over the place, you know. So you really can't trust what they all say. Ooh, no, that's the wrong player. That's not the player I wanted.
8 TFLs.
Right here. I like. Ooh.
3 sacks.
He's a highly productive player.
15 tackles.
Look at those stats, man. That says it all.
You don't see that every day.
Nope, you don't.
That the kind of performance.
And I mean, Jim Harbaugh would know too. So that's another thing. Ooh, good deflection. Boom. Finishes. Ooh. That. Ooh, missed. But hey, forced fumble. He's like a snake on that film, man. He just slithers all over the place. You can't contain him. Type of player. I wouldn't be surprised if he even goes in the 4th round either, so. Ooh, forced fumble. He could cause one of those tuck rule plays all over again. He's that type of player that can do that. And he's got really high precision and jumping abilities. Like, you don't have to jump that high for the ball, but he does it to make sure he can secure it. What are we doing on time? Let's see. 43 minutes? Oh god, this is gonna take me forever to upload this. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold on. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure we're okay. Okay, we're good. I was afraid this file was gonna freeze on me. Uh-oh. I've already seen enough problems today. I don't need it. I don't need more. Look at that deflection. You know, shout out to Raider Matt. He seems like one of these players that Raider Matt would really like. Yeah, so that's who I think the Raiders will select in the 2019 NFL Draft. I really like what I picked myself. You know, I handpicked these guys. I sat there and thought about it, but you know. So let me see. Let's go back to my drive. Let's see, where was it? Anyways, Raider Nation. So like I just said, 1st round Devin White, Cleveland Farrell, Josh Jacobs, and then 2nd round Rock Ya-Sin, And then in the 4th round, Andy Isabella. We got 5th round. I have us taking Jalen Jokes. With our 2 6th-round picks, I have us taking both Keyshawn Johnson and who else did I say? Oh, Clayton Thorson. And then with our 7th-round pick, Khalid Hudson. So there's some playmakers up there for you. That's about like 10 picks, if I counted correctly. But I'm really interested to see what you guys let me know what you guys think of my mock draft down below, or who I think we're gonna draft down below. I'm really interested to see you guys' input on that. So, all right, Raider Nation, I gotta get off. I gotta get this thing uploaded before it's too late. It's like, what time is it right now? 8:36. So I gotta get to uploading this thing. So I will see you guys when I see you guys.